Hey there, TriMaster Swimming Nation and Swim Smooth Nation. This is Coach Mike Chitatis in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm going to explain to you today how we use this little device, the Tempo Trainer Pro, using Mode 2 for something that we call RM cycles, or red mist cycles, developed by Swim Smooth. First and foremost, here's how to program it and how to set the Tempo Trainer into Mode 2. First, you need to know what your CSS pace per 100 meters is, either by having done the 400 meter, 200 meter swim test, or perhaps a 1,000 to maybe 1,500 meter time trial, and establishing your average pace. So let's say hypothetically, we'll use this as an example. Let's say 1 minute 40 seconds is your CSS pace. First and foremost, let's do this. Let's take 1 minute 40 seconds, divide that by 2, and we get 50 seconds right here. That's where we'll start with the Tempo Trainer. So put it over into Mode 2, and we want the display to show 50 seconds. Now it's not going to be counting up or down or anything like this. It is, however, going to be beeping at you every 50 seconds. Now, to use an example, let's use RM cycle 4 as the example. So we express the RM cycles like this. The letters R, M, and then the number 4. That number simply means that's the number that you're going to add to your current display. So 50 plus 4 is 54 seconds. That's now your RM cycle, or your interval. If you saw it expressed as RM5 or RM9, for example, you would simply add that amount of time to your display right here. Now, here's an example of a squad session that we did today. So this is the main set of today's squad session. We did a 400, a 100, 300, 200, 200, 100, 300, and a 100 with some pulling with pull buoy and paddles mixed in there. The RM cycles, as opposed to the CSS intervals that I explained about a week ago, the CSS intervals, they have you swimming precisely with the beeper every 25 meters. Here, your goal is to beat the beeper every 50 meters. And then so here's how this works. Using Mode 2 with an RM cycle 4. Our first effort here is at 400. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your Tempo Trainer here, slide it up underneath your swim cap, and then as you're about to start off, press that top button, you'll hear it go beep, beep, beep. And then every 50 meters now, your goal is to simply stay ahead of the beeper. Over the course of 400 meters, you will gradually accumulate more and more time ahead of the beeper. At the end of this effort, you simply stop at 400 meters, and then the time between when you stop and hear the next beep now becomes your rest or your recovery interval. Once you hear the beep, off you go on the 100. Stay ahead of the beeper, finish the 100 with pull buoy and paddles, wait for the beeper, off you go on the 300 there. So you theoretically only need to push that button one time, and it will keep the intervals going for you. You have control over the pace and how much recovery time you get based on how slowly or how quickly you're swimming. So the RM cycles definitely give a little bit of a different motivation as opposed to the CSS intervals. Here you've got room to slow the pace down or speed it up based on how you're feeling, which for a long swim set like this of 1,600 meters, it may be wise to start off a little bit more conservatively, as what you'll find in a workout like this is the recovery time gets squeezed down a little bit and becomes less and less. You'll get less and less recovery time. So I hope that makes sense. Go ahead and give this a try. If you need to, just run this video back or pause it right here. Take your own CSS pace per 100 meters, plug the numbers in, do the calculation, set the Tempo Trainer, and off you go, and just test it out. Hope you enjoy this one.